About a month ago, I made a video breaking down reports that the major labels were in licensing talks with Suno, the same AI company that they were suing. At the time, it looked like a possible settlement was on the table and I was furious, but turns out that might not be true anymore. Because this week, the labels have filed a new explosive complaint against Suno and the allegations are on a whole different level. The major labels Universal, Sony and Warner now allege that Suno didn't just use copyrighted music without permission, they also allege that Suno illegally stream ripped all of these songs from YouTube to train their AI. Let's break it down. Stream ripping is a form of digital piracy which bypasses YouTube's encryption called the rolling cipher to extract audio files which were never meant to be downloaded. Think of it as cracking a vault which constantly changes its lock, and according to the new complaint, Suno might have used this to download millions of tracks to train their AI without seeking permission. Now, it's not a coincidence that this escalation comes right after Anthropic, another AI company, was asked to pay $1.5 billion to settle claims that it used pirated books to train its model. I think that case gave the music industry a blueprint and now they're turning up the heat. Now, as I pointed out the last time, Suno has claimed that their training data falls under fair use. I do not agree with that at all. And now even the labels say that it's a tacit admission because fair use only applies once you've already used something without permission. So this is no longer a debate about interpretation. It's about bypassing encryption and downloading copyrighted files at scale. So that brings us to the next point, that they're not only suing them for copyright infringement, they're also suing them for anti-circumvention laws. A clause in the US Copyright Act that makes it illegal to break digital locks that protect copyrighted content. And the kicker here is that they're seeking $150,000 per track and $2,500 per circumvention. That is going to add up extremely fast. And this one makes me chuckle and also amazed at the same time because I don't know how someone can actually say this, but labels included a quote from one of the early investors of Suno in this particular lawsuit, saying that if the company had worked with the bigger labels early on, they would not have invested because a product like this requires to work without constraints. That's an extremely bad look, and it suggests that the roadmap is to bypass permissions, to build fast, to get sued, and then somehow still win in the end. And you know who's going to suffer the most from this entire conversation? It's the tech behind AI, which can actually help people build things faster, build things better. You can't build the future on stolen sound, and the trust deficit keeps growing bigger. Let me know what your thoughts are on this, and I will see you in the next one.